We got what's happening, peoples? What's happening, peoples? You notice how we doing this left to right? You know, it's a couple things because we work on a 2-camera system.
Right.
Right now we in Bobcat Royale Studios.
Right.
Last week we was in Valley Boys. We will be back in our home studio come next month. Like we said, we getting some things changed over for you, so this is happening. Got a part of my energy and what it is. My Thanksgiving could have been a lot better, but I'm a little buggy. So I'm wearing a hoodie. You know, he looked like he just sitting on the beach having a Mai Tai. So I'm a little buggy. You know what I'm saying? Happy thanks to the world out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, you know, I hope everything was blessed. I hope y'all all had good food.
Except for the world doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Well, that's true. The world doesn't.
It's an American holiday.
Yep.
But we do want to say happy Thanksgiving to the world because why not?
Why not?
We're all one people.
Yeah, and I'm thankful just to be thankful.
Yeah.
And I get that.
You know, just because you're not in America, there's no reason for you not to be thankful for who you are, what you have, where you are.
Be thankful you're not in one of them slave camps and one of them like them little children. Yes.
Unless you are in those who were the slaves. And happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Yeah.
If you get to celebrate.
I mean, you might have a chicken wing bird or something.
Yeah.
You know, a chicken egg.
Or some sticky rice.
Right. Some
rancid milk.
A little spit on it. Whatever works for your holiday Krishna.
Yeah.
You know, you definitely want to do that. But as we are on Facebook, it's another edition of the B&W Show.
Yeah.
Just had a lot of reviews once again. Just want to tell everybody thank you for spending 5 minutes of your time with us as we do what we do, how we do it. This your boy Lavelle. This my man AP. You know, we got some exciting stuff coming out. And this is a very exciting season of the year. And we didn't talk about nothing in the production. This is just a live question I had for you, because as I was sitting in my covers, I was thinking, what is your favorite holiday of the year? What is your favorite time of the year, and why?
My favorite time is Wantiji Day. It is the second week.
Wantiji Day.
Wantiji Day.
Wantiji Day.
It's actually
like a drinking holiday or something.
It is a New Zealand holiday, and it's a bar hopping holiday.
No wonder. I was halfway right, but New Zealand.
Yeah.
We went to New Zealand.
No.
What the hell got you thinking about New Zealand?
So when I moved out to Kansas City to live with my best friend Scott, we wanted to have a housewarming or a party, and I got there late January and February, so we wanted to do sort of a house party type deal, but we didn't want to do it for Valentine's Day, so we picked the week before, and we were just on a holiday on the February 6th that's actually called Wantiji Day. And we didn't know what it was at the time. So what we made it was, it's a day of drinking and playing all your favorite classic video games.
So Wantiji Day is February 6th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we doing that this February 6th?
We can. We can have a Wantiji Day.
We're going to have Wantiji Day, folks.
Yeah.
This February 6th coming up in 2019. The day after the Super. Wait, that's the day before the Super Bowl, eh?
I don't know. I don't know what day it is.
Hold on that, folks. It's always the 6th, but we need to check our American calendar because we need to know what day of the week February 6th is in 2019, because it has to do anything with impeding plans for the Super Bowl of 2019. I may not be attending Wantiji Day. However, my counterpart right here.
It is a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday. We can all get drunk on a Wednesday night.
Why not?
Why not, huh?
And play some classic video games.
I'm good at Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I'm the shit at Donkey Kong.
Pac-Man.
Y'all know that Centipede? Okay, so explain to the people about this.
So
explain. Just tell the people about it.
So me and my wife, we got new tattoos, matching tattoos. I got the Miss Pac-Man. She got the Pac-Man. That's a hand holding thing. So when we hold hands,
when they hold hands,
it lines up.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to get Aaron to take some pictures of the 2 tattoos so we can actually let our people know how it lines up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, most importantly, why we are doing this show right now simultaneously, the Michigan and Ohio State game is on. So you will be getting live updates because you all know, everybody knows me. I am a OHIO man. So right now the score is 0-0. It just started. Just want to go ahead and share that. So on TG Day, my holiday favorite is Thanksgiving.
Oh.
The reason why is because we eat all damn day, we can drink all damn day, but we got football all damn day.
Yep.
We got football all damn day.
Yep.
Enough said for me. Enough said for me.
Those some good games this weekend. Thursday. All 3 games were fun to watch.
Man. Some of the best. Man. You ain't lying with that one. You ain't lying with that one.
There you go. Let's get most in the picture.
Oh, the people want to see us.
That's better.
See, we have these 2 cameras, y'all. So let's see if we can do like this.
Oh, yeah. That looks so pretty. So much prettier.
Right.
See our pretty faces.
Right. So, when these people feel neglected, but if I look at this one, it's so funny because when you do these camera things, like, who's doing what? Who's doing what? Wow. I'm messing with y'all, but y'all can't see.
So those of you who are on YouTube, which is our newest live platform, so hopefully we get plenty of live viewers. We're also doing live simultaneously on Facebook. So those of you who are on Facebook can also check us on YouTube.
Right. And they're like, well, wow, you got, just like that. Yep, we got 2 of them. It's just so drastic when you look like this because the distance of the cameras, naturally if the cameras was farther away, we could just look one and then, it wouldn't look like we're just addressing 2 different cameras. But who cares? Shit.
You're probably asking why not just be live on one and then post the other one, because that's not, we want to be multiple live, and we're looking for a platform to where we can film live once and have it simultaneously share. So any of those you out there who might know those kind of platforms, please let us know with a comment or whatever, and we would like to do some investigation.
And I also have to say, I know we ain't even really technically started this show, but there's been a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? And we just had some with so out here, I want one of my dear friends to hold strong. Got you back. We're gonna be there for you during this fight, because I know we just talked about cancer, and we just talked about how cancer of us. So just want to let you know, your boy right here, he's part of the support group for one of our close peers that's dealing with this right now. So I just want to give a shout out and let them know that we're thinking about them. Stay strong, and like I said, we always here for some jokes and a smile, because every day doesn't have to be a frown.
That's right.
It don't have to be. So it is what we're gonna make it and try to make it better. So, with that said, I guess we can kick this shit off.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So as always, we'd like to welcome you to another edition of the greatest show ever.
Don't shoot me.
We do have a little bit different show planned today, as what we were going to bring you, and I think I posted earlier in the month that we were going to bring back our diabetes challenge and talk about that. But as we all do, life got, and so
they got to deal with. We can broadly say that our thoughts are with our peers during this struggle right now, and what they're doing, and hopefully we can have them come on soon. But definitely stay strong.
And as much as we are a show about tolerance and understanding, we're also a show of improvisation, so we can improvise on the go, and we'll make our way through.
Right, we do. Y'all know me. I keep it original like the gap in my mouth.
Right. But our challenger, King Savior, in case you didn't catch it on that show, he did. He made an appearance. and he had us challenged us to take something out of our diet that we normally would consume heavily, and like wash it out of our diet.
Right.
So, just as an answer of that, I actually want to let you all know what I did. Is actually I haven't really washed it out, but I've cut down on my alcohol consumption.
Oh,
which says a lot.
Do you not understand? That's.
I'm not an alcoholic by any means, but when I drink a beer, I drink.
We like to drink.
Yeah,
we like to enjoy ourselves.
At dinner, 1 beer. That's it.
Not two.
Not two, and not even followed by a whiskey.
I like a 2 beer. I dinner. May go to 3, but I like a 2 beer. So I know what you're saying.
And that was the big thing, right? So that was the thing about his challenge is what's that one thing?
One thing.
That's what I did. I was like, all right, I'm going back. Actually, then, just doing that and watching my calories on a regular basis, I've lost 10 pounds.
I'll tell you how you buy.
So
y'all see that?
So it's doable, right? That. And there's more. This Christmas, my wife is nicely going to get me a DDP yoga for Christmas. I'm going to start doing that.
Oh, yoga.
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking forward to that. So, look at that.
That's my child's pose.
Yeah.
My warrior.
There you go.
I know a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I still can't sit Indian style, but I still know a little bit about that.
Yeah. But moving forward, instead, what we have for you is, as you can see from the title of the episode, from the invite, and from what I titled on YouTube, we are doing
Ohio State just scored. Just want to let y'all know that.
Ohio State. That's tips from a black guy.
That's right.
And tips from a white guy.
That's right. But, just in case they were curious, I stopped eating something too.
Oh, there you go.
I do this thing with the protein bars, so I had to hold off on it because a lot of the protein bars, like them Lar bars, y'all ain't hitting us up on sponsorship, so we ain't going to say that no more. But, we are welcome. I do a lot of that. So I hit those, but I haven't had it, man, for like the last 30 days, just basically. And one thing, a dietary change is not what I noticed. It's just because the nuts in there, you know what I'm saying? So with something like that, it's like a dietary change you don't notice. It's more of a habitual change you notice. Because what came cognizant was how much we don't realize when we're routinely going to get this one thing. You know what I mean? We're coffee. You don't notice you ain't drinking coffee until you stop drinking coffee. Right. So that was one thing that I noticed, and it sort of felt funny. Like I want a Lar bar.
Yeah,
it's give me more a Cliff. Yeah. And it was like, nah. I got a kick out of that. I just want to see, how it would change. I stopped doing, because I used to do fast food like heavy. But
fast food is.
I stopped fast food a long time ago, as far as that goes. So that was probably the biggest result change that I figured out was the fast food for me. For me, but that the yoga thing with DDP, I encourage you to do that, man. I think that's good shit, because anything that's gonna help you get to where you want to be, to make you feel comfortable, I'm with it. Me, I did the P90 yoga, and I did the Insanity.
Sure.
I just say that people doing Insanity, just for the men, just wear something where you're not loosely jiggling. Let's just say that, because that shit's not comfortable. Okay, it's not comfortable. It's actually a little painful.
I heard.
Yeah. So we'll get off with that, but continue on.
All right. So from that, we'll get to our topics, our main topic.
Yeah, man.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Well, I'll start with a greeting.
All right.
So, what up? What up?
What up?
See that? What's up? What's up? That's how we say what's up to each other.
What's up?
What's up? Peace. What's up? Head nod. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice this? How you doing? Head down. You ever notice that? How you doing? How you doing? Who does this? How you doing? What's up? How you doing? Yeah. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's so subconscious. I challenge people to go out there and count how many people that you see do a head nod down versus up. Black folks, Mexicans, well, white people too. But, stereotypically, what's up? This head nod, we say what's up to each other, like we trying to get a crook out this damn neck fixed, like snap it out. And then typically, and what you really notice, military man, how you doing?
Yep.
How you doing? They come in office, they give you the head down nod.
Yep.
How you doing? How you doing?
Sure, that makes sense.
How you doing? Not what's up? What's up, dude? How you doing? So that's how you typically get it. What's up? How you doing? Okay. That's what we got. That's one thing. I'll say the second until after his.
Okay. So mine is actually an extension off of that. So notice you have a hat. So I have a hat. But we're going to change it.
Sup? 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 How you doing? How you doing? Sup? It's all over there. It's all over there. It's all over there. It's crazy though. It's crazy. Because then you might find yourself just doing this. What's up? How you doing? Oh shit, you get all confused and shit. Then you just walking through nodding up and down like that. So you don't want to do a regret. I'm gonna change it up on you now. You already know. I do got one of these. He let me borrow his, but I got one. It's a black one too, and it's nice. And it's nice.
So my tip.
Sup?
Punnily is on hat tipping.
Hat tipping.
Yeah. So it's generally a gesture of respect, politeness. So whether it's respectful or not, it's about politeness. It's based on the military salute, which is actually based on the Knights of Yore. So I didn't know that.
Knights of Yore. What? It's early in the morning to be cussing people like that. That's cool.
Knights, when they would approach a castle, a friend castle, because they had their little face mask on, right, over their helmet, they would lift the face mask to reveal who they are, so that way the castle guards would know whether they're friend or foe. And so that's where the military salute comes from, right? It's sort of, obviously we don't have the face guard, but most all militaries have a form, from
salute,
from this to this, to this
to that.
Yeah, well, that actually doesn't come from the Knights, as you can tell, because nobody would do that with their face mask.
Right.
And that's how you can tell the difference. And then there's even, of course, there's the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts and all that. So, but here are the tips for when you are wearing a hat. There are times when it's appropriate to remove your hat, such as when you enter a church, right? It's when you first enter the church. Actually, what you want to do is you make sure the hat comes down. It doesn't have to go over the heart when you're entering. It just has to come downwards.
Right.
Okay. Because what it is,
don't have no space here.
Yeah. So what it is, what you want, you don't want to expose the inside of your head dirty, right? Because that's where you sweat. That's where your hair comes from. It's all caught in there. So as a sign of respect to the church, it comes off and down.
Yeah.
Okay? Same with you. There's somebody's home, a friend. I don't know if you ever knew my hat off first until I'm in and we're comfortable, and then I'll replace it. So that's what you do when you're entering somebody's home. When you're walking through the doorway,
I'm thinking about that. Yeah.
You remove your hat, and once you're into then the hat can go back on. It's a sign of respect.
No longer respecting when you put the hat back on?
No, it's actually it's more of a convenience. So now you have two hands to do whatever is needed to do around the house.
What about putting your hat down in a nice spot? Is that
improper
hat etiquette?
No, it's fine. But if you're gonna do that with a brimmed hat,
well, why are you showing the people that you should? You just told them you can't show them that because
that's not. You'll understand. You'll get to it. There's a part. So if you're gonna put a cowboy hat down or any kind of brim hat, you want to put it up.
No. Why you not gonna get dirt on your rims right here?
No, because if you set it down like this, these are actually shaped. So setting it down on your brim, it's going to misshape it. Especially if it sits for a long time.
Okay.
So I never put my hat down on that. So okay.
Do.
When you're in an eating establishment,
I do.
Same thing. As soon as you enter, and in, you're walking to your table. It's okay to put it on, and on fanciness of the establishment, a proper eating establishment will have a hat rack. You just put your hat on the rack, which that's not a thing anymore. So it's okay to keep your hat on. Like as I keep your hat on.
See, I thought when they tilted up, they just playing, but when they tilt it down, they getting serious again.
It depends on the situation. Because you know, if you tilt it up, it's to broaden your view.
So why are these hats? How come this hat? So I got a bigger head than yours? What you trying to say?
No, yeah, it's all the same size.
Well, how come your switch?
Okay.
How come your noggin? Does it feel small?
No, if it's good for me.
It don't seem like it's not supposed to come in your ears.
No.
Oh, that's the problem. See, we got a cap. That cap come here. This comfortable. This the comfy line right here. You see, this the comfy line. But with the cowboy hat,
no, it
don't come to the earth.
Yeah.
Well, this one do, but
it should sit on your head and you shake it. It doesn't move.
This one fits comfortable than that one.
It's a different style, you know, and it's heaviness is material. It's different style. All it is.
Not bad.
And then
so I got a headache now.
And now, so here's the controversial topic, right? National anthem or a flag in a parade. So whether you're standing or you're kneeling, the hat should still come off. If you're a guy, or if you're a woman with a masculine hat or a unisex hat, such as a ball cap or a cowboy hat. But if it's, you know, something that takes a long time to put on, like the hats from the Kentucky Derby, the women had the big bonnets, those don't need to come off because
them Sunday hats.
Yeah, it's not
them old church hats.
Yeah, it's not a hat that's meant to come off and on. So it's
because you'll never know if that wig gonna come off with the hat.
Right. So it's very acceptable for women to keep their hats on in that situation. But women, just because you're a woman, you're wearing a ball cap, national anthem, it should still come off.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That is the correct truth.
And then for the flags in a parade. So this one is generally always debated. The flag code states the first flag that's presented, which is generally by a military color guard. That's the flag you stand up for, remove your hat, and salute. Right. Whether it's a hat over your head or whatever, until it passes. Every other flag after that, it's up to the individual.
Oh, we don't care about them secondary flags,
right? Because they're there as part of the flow and people to celebrate the country, which is great.
Right.
If you choose to stand and remove your hat at that time, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you choose to stay seated and allow it to pass, that's fine too.
Right.
It's not unpatriotic. It's not disrespectful. If you did it to the first flag, you're set.
Right. When you go into now indoors, for the only part that we really say within our community is men don't wear no hats in church.
Okay, that's fine.
know?
And that's going to be based on the church that you go to. If you're going to a visiting church that you're not aware of, you're not sure of, obviously don't wear a hat that's going to be bulky, or probably don't wear a hat.
Right.
But if you do, take it off and keep it off.
Yeah.
And take a scan. If somebody has their hats on and they look like they're a deacon of that church, it's probably okay.
Black churches, ain't no men wearing hats.
There you go.
But the women wear hats like it's a fashion show.
Of course.
You can have a Sunday one level hat, You can have a Sunday duplex hat. You can have a Sunday threeplex. Now they're asking, what's the difference with these Sunday oneplex and all that? That's just my own calling it. I just look at Sunday hats from these ladies in the church as the level of degrees of intensity. See, when you first coming out, you really want to make an impression. So you come with that 3-tier shit. That shit that's way the hell up here. It got 9 roses and 2 bouquets and a whole bow and sheer wrap around that shit. Okay, you coming out. That's that top tier shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the lady that just don't give a damn because, mama been in the church for the last 40 years. She don't care about y'all heifers. So she come in with that nice old Sunday color purple hat, one little bow, and we keep it moving. That's simple and OG plain like. Then you got them in-betweeners. Them youngins still clubbing sometimes, still going to Sunday school sometimes. Sometimes they wear a hat, sometimes they don't wear a hat. Problem is sometimes the hats they wear don't really look right with the outfit. See? So that's that old 2-tier shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the hat sometimes, right? It's one of them media hats. It ain't one of them small little hats. It ain't one of them big hats. It's one of them in-between hats. Probably got a lot of different jazzy flavors and colors. Look like they came from the Wendy's Jazz Cap Conference. So it makes you perplex. Yeah, that's not even a word. It makes you perplex.
So perplexed that you're perplex.
You're perplex.
That's right.
Yeah, if I didn't know, I used to study when I was little, but that's another show. But yeah, it gets you perplexed. You start looking at people with hats like a dog. Why that outfit? Okay, we just gonna listen to the sermon for today. Yep. We're not even gonna worry about that. Y'all that's been there, y'all seen it.
Let's pay attention to shit and watch the sermon.
Yeah, for real. Now in church, when y'all like gotta go to the bathroom in church or something, do y'all put your hand up to go like this?
Nope.
See, we do this. I'm gonna find out what this is. 1 minute. That's what it. 1 second. Give me 1 second, Pastor. Give me 1 second. Yeah. You see when they say I'm gonna get right back to you. Give me 1 second. So they just do this.
Yeah.
Give me one.
And see, and
I don't mean one more.
And then
1 second.
And in opposition in cowboy church.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you enter your church, hat off. Once you go in, hat goes back up.
And we've seen it in the movies too.
Yeah.
Actually, they had the hats on in Kill Bill when they was in the church. Remember that?
No, I didn't see Kill Bill. All right, I'm not a big.
You didn't see Kill Bill? You didn't watch Quentin Tarantino?
I'm not huge on Quentin Tarantino.
He didn't see Kill Bill.
I'm definitely not big on Uma Thurman. I don't understand the whole Uma Thurman thing. So
I just thought they just picked her for an actress.
Well, no, I mean as an actress, I don't get Uma Thurman as an actress.
Well, yeah, yeah, I understand. I thought
I'm not a Quentin Tarantino guy.
I thought Kill Bill was cool, but when it comes to Uma Thurman, they really, in my opinion, they probably could have got a better fighter for her role.
Well, I think that was the point with that though, was to get somebody
long, awkward ostrich leg white girl to come over here and beat up the Chinese masters with their sword and shit.
Right. That's
their whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So American Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was sort of Tarantino's point, and that's just that I'm not a big the only Tarantino movies I like are actually Robert Rodriguez movies. So Dusk Till Dawn, 2, but Tarantino wasn't really in that. That's about it. Dusk Till Dawn.
Right.
But I like
Dusk Till Dawn is a classic.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, man.
Dusk Till Dawn is a classic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So all those out there, 7-3 is a score for the Ohio State, Michigan. I just want to go ahead and share that with you guys.
7-3.
7-3. So, well, that was our hats, right?
No. Yeah. So one last thing.
Oh no, let's keep going.
So this has to do with as you first started the whole stuff. Right? So this is an ingredient of your
what's up?
Greeting of your friends or women. So, if you're greeting a pal, like if I just say, I go, "Hey, what's up, man?" You tip the hat up, or "What's up?" If you're at a distance, "Hey, what's up, man?" You're waving your hat, and notice the brim is out.
Yeah,
because it's very casual. Because this is the guy you trust. This is the guy you respect. This is the guy, he's your partner. Hey, what's up?
Right.
Okay. That's the appropriate. That's expected. When it comes to ladies, So you don't have to greet every single lady, right? But any woman who you're getting in their path, because it's considered getting in their path, whether they get in your path or not.
Mm-hmm.
Getting in your path. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
I do.
So you tip your hat down like that.
You know what that is, though? I'm gonna tell you what that is. That's code, so he can get that full body scope. That's why he put that. So he hides his eyelids so he can look at them toes, look at them calves, look at them legs. Oh, okay, I see you. And then he comes back up and meets in the eyes. So that's that slick player type.
And if it's like and you're gonna stop and you're gonna greet her. Excuse me. Take your hat off. No, it's still down, right? No, hold down. You greet. Hello, how are you doing, Mrs. Whatever. Put your hat back on. Continue the conversation.
See, you notice that? See, say once again, get fooled by the stuff. Take that hat down. Yeah. How you bring it back up? See, you know. Boy,
and again, that goes to people respect. So if you greet the president, I don't
think people are gonna respect the president.
I respect the president.
I don't
respect the president.
Well, actually, you're right, but they'll just talk shit when you go away.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're right.
That's right. With respect to the president, a governor, sort of, I guess. Your boss.
You don't respect the governor?
The governor is a person of the people, so
right.
You know, so see, that's the thing. In America, these political offices, they're supposed to be people. They're not others. They're actually a person who is representing the people to the world, not the vice versa, not the world to the people. So, and that's where a lot of the office of the president's changed in the last probably, I want to say, 50 years.
So you feel that people respect normal, everyday people, which we walk around and they respect more than
they should, yeah.
Because I think they do.
They should.
I think people have more respect for general people in our society than actually the president and other politicians. You know, just because of the shit I keep hearing. You know, and if you really look
that's any president though. There's always going to be there. The thing with the office of the president, Woodward and Bernstein, the media's job is to find the next Watergate.
Who do you think is the most respected president we've had in our lifetime that we in our life can see in this fucked up world that we live in right now? Who do you think was the most respected president?
I want to say for
you think so? I mean, in
our lifetime.
Our lifetime. Like we're actually cognizant. We could see and we saw. You know, like most until they fucked up. Clinton was the man. And he had good shit with him.
Yeah, he had a high rating
until he put her in the booth.
But there's a lot of
what about Bush?
Conservative? No.
First Bush.
No, he was. There's a reason.
Shame on you.
There's a reason he was a one-term president.
Fool me twice.
Yeah,
so you don't think? You think, huh? Well, you know, I personally, everybody just clown. Who was worse, first Bush or second Bush?
I think second Bush got lucky because of 9/11, and then he abused his second term because he knew he couldn't get reelected anyways, and so he picked up a war that his pappy.
So what about Reagan?
I think Reagan did well in office, but a lot of people couldn't see his vision, and so he was not respected as much as he is now. Even the Republicans,
right
at that time, they did not see his vision and didn't respect him as much as the Republicans and conservatives do now.
I think, in my opinion, Reagan and Clinton had the most respect. Also, the most opposing controversy out of ignorance is Obama, in my opinion. Now, opinions are like assholes.
Right.
You know, they're just opinions, and we all got one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't like this opinion, you can do like a radio station. You could tune off and go to the next channel. But I really think it wasn't to say when Barack came in and he had all that opposition. I don't think it was because of his policies. I think it was because of who he was.
There might have been some of that, but there was a lot on his policies that I didn't.
Yeah, because now, like, I don't. You know, they got these pig ears and shits and a whole bunch of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But I believe his opposition came more personally because of who it was more personal of who he was, rather than him just being a Democrat. I really believe it was, well, okay, I don't want to work with him. He wants to make everybody work together. Well,
see, that's the thing. He didn't want to make everybody work together.
When you take people and you tell them that y'all need to work on this together because you need to have
he told
health bill.
He told him he wanted to work together to come to his vision.
Right.
Which now, is not telling people to come and work together.
Right. So
so that's opposite. You can't go, this is what I want. I want you guys to work together to get to it. No, because that's not what we want.
You got to set the path. It's no different from
because
what was with this is what we want with this wall. Okay, well that's not how it's going to get done.
Right. But see, the wall. So those of you who don't know out there, because the internet's only been around for the last 15, 20 years, whatever.
That Gore invented.
Right. That Gore invented.
Message.
The subject of the wall has been around since the 50s.
Yeah, it's been around the last, 40, 50 years? Yeah.
Since the 50s.
Since the 50s. So we might say 60, 70 years.
Yeah. So the subject of the wall, that has been a political viewpoint, a political stance since then. So
but
it's not
going to come to a resolution. It has to. You know why? Because we got 7,000 immigrants from Central America coming up to America. Guess what? They're already here. So what are they going to do? What are they going to do? You know, what are they going to do, Aaron? For real, I don't know. Whose situation is this to handle? It's ours.
It's national, yeah.
It's ours. Yep. It is. It is ours.
It is a national security issue.
It is ours. You know, he can sit up here and ponder and posture and say, hey, we've been trying to work on this the last 40 years. Incorrect, as we just broke it down, it's more than 40 years. But when it comes down to it, when people come to the country, and first of all, I don't think that people coming to this country have bad intentions. I think people coming to this country are looking for a better way of life. That's my opinion.
But that's a mix, though.
But right.
It's like saying anybody who goes and does drugs, all they want to do is have a good time.
Hey, why you do drugs? To have a good time.
Right, but there's a lot of people who do it for other reasons.
To have a good time, though, right?
To start.
Who does drugs to have a bad time?
those who are addicted to it and have no other choice than
they feel in a cycle.
Yep.
But once they're on it, they're floating.
Right. So they're not on it, just So yeah, of those 7,000, I think it's more than that now. I think it's 12,000.
I don't know.
Who are looking to break into the country?
Mm-hmm. There's
probably good 65% who legitimately are looking for a better way of life.
Mm-hmm.
There's another 35% who are looking to take buck on the system, to be a faceless name in a crowd,
mm-hmm.
who are probably in trouble in their home country, so they have to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And are not looking to be any better wherever they go.
I'd probably give it within that whole mix. 2% could be, or 0.5, 1% or something could be terrorists or something like that. That's trying to infiltrate everyone. Now, I wouldn't put it past them.
But now talking on the subject of healthcare, right? So how well is our healthcare here in this country?
Shit,
right?
Compared to who?
Anybody. Just compared to us.
Okay.
Right. We got a
fucked up ass system for some of us.
And how sick is our country?
Very.
Okay. And in comparison, our healthcare compared to, let's say, Mexico, Honduras, Nicaragua, how is our healthcare compared to them?
Better than theirs, but worse than like.
And then knowing what our healthcare level is comparison to them and how sick we are, of those 12,000, how do we even know what their healthcare?
They're fucked up.
Right.
They're fucked. No, for real, they are fucked up.
Yeah.
Like you got people come over here in one leg and shit.
But even worse than that, what's in them that we don't know what's in there that we can't see? Are they bringing over?
You're trying to say right?
Are they bringing over anthrax? Are they bringing over malaria? Are they tuberculosis is big down in Nicaragua
because they don't have the type of immunizations which we have. So we are actually opening ourselves up to a new systemic outbreak of some sort.
Correct, because if we're just going to let them in and run wild, who knows what, intentionally or unintentionally, what they're going to bring into the country.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Legally become a legal citizen. Before you even go through that, you know how much medical screening you have to go through before you're even allowed?
So are you saying that you're fearful? Or
not necessarily fearful. I don't want anything to I mean, that's a national security level issue to have some sort. If somebody were to drop a bomb, a dirty bomb filled with anthrax,
right?
That considered
that's
right. So how is barriers of or Ebola virus or whatever else not considered a national security?
But see, okay. So that is something that we want to say, okay, yeah, we're cognizant of, but I don't have the mindset to say that, oh, those 1,700 or out of, there's more of a bad mix than good mix that's trying to come in.
Right.
I can't, and this is where backgrounds come.
Right.
Because I'm a military brat, so I was raised overseas,
right,
where basically 90% of my peers were from mixed races.
Sure.
So I didn't grow up like this. America grew up like this. Mm-hmm. You have parts like going back home in Cleveland Heights, Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? Twins Lodge, all these different areas, Garfield, where people live, and in these heights, you got, all the Jews live in one heights, and blacks live over here and then over here. What everybody had they thing, just like New York and even in LA, boroughs. They had their boroughs and shit. But there's no boroughs over there when I see that. So I don't come with the ideology of, just this person may be bad or this person may be bad, because when I'm going into that country, I was looked at as, the black, but the blacks, American blacks, are better than Africans, which is so fucking odd. But Africans worldly have a lower position than American blacks, which is crazy, but here nor there. But when you go to the country, it's the mindset of what people choose. And so in this case, it was the mindset of what, when we went to Germany, Holland, France, Spain, all them people had that mentality of Americans, and they were good at the time. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. We have fucked up our rep throughout the world since the 80s, when our children, college kids and shit, in the 90s and early 2000s, going overseas and fucking shit up. Out of Americans, because why go over to someone else's country all egotistical? I'm fighting over there. Oh, I'm the big bad man over here. I'm talking shit about my country's the best. You know what? That's not always the best thing to do. Okay, it's learn about being humble. But because us that go over there after you, we're the ones that get the shit. Okay, we're the ones that get that bad because the last American over there, he fucked up and he thought he was shit, popping off to people, and I experienced that. That's why I guess it sounds so personal, because yeah, I experienced that when I went to Italy. The American before me, this motherfucker basically just put a piece of shit in their mouth about America. So I had to deal with a whole bunch of shit that I had to just change over their whole mindset and stuff, man. But it's just witnessing things firsthand as a child. First time I was called a black person, a black man, was when I was in Spain by this little 6-year-old girl. I wasn't even 15 yet. As a matter of fact, I was like, if I'm correct, maybe 11, 12. She said, mira, mama, uno negro. I knew what it was. Oh, wow. But then that time, I was actually, I guess the first time I was really associated with who I am and how I'm perceived to others. Like I knew I was a little black kid, but I didn't know I was a black kid. I didn't know what black represented to others until it was actually acknowledged from somebody directed to me. And I was like, oh, this is how I'm perceived. Okay, mental note going forward. But I asked for a chance.
Right.
How are these 7,000 that's coming through this border? There's a lot of fucked up people out there. There's a lot of sick people out there. And you got to think, they're really going to put a strain on our healthcare system. You know what I'm saying? It does piss me off how we have people that need that. We can help without certain red tape when we have to go through that certain red tape.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that does bother me. It does. But at the same time, I said we're a hypocritical society. We are a hypocritical society. At the same time, I have that torn of stripe of compassion, but actually we need to protect ourselves. We need to secure our. I don't want no.
And that's why
dropping bombs.
There's not a winning solution. There's not. To hold them back is inhumane.
Right.
Let them in is inhumane.
Right.
What's the right answer? There is no answer.
What's the level of danger that we can come? Because I share my background, but that was me. You have your own background. Right. So you still have your own perception.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So
with that being, there's no winning answer. You got to go with the one that's going to protect you the most.
Right. Right.
So
close the door for all.
Somebody enters your house, right? You don't know, are they there to harm you? Did they come in there? Did they come in by mistake? Right. There's no winning solution. Right. But what's the solution you're going to go with? Right. The one that protects you the most.
Right. Yeah.
It sucks.
That's true.
But that's a choice you have to make. Somebody approaches you on the street with a knife in their hand, saying, "Give me your wallet."
You got the Batman situation going on.
Right. So you can try to defend yourself and take away the knife and fight, whatever. Or the guy could be scared and not know anything. Who knows, right? What's the right answer? You're he's either going to take your life, B, going to take his life, or B or C, going to take your money.
Yep.
Or a combination of the two.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
What's the right solution? The one that best protects you.
Right.
Whatever that is. Right. And you got to play with the situation. So President Trump's situation is we got these people coming into our borders. Mm-hmm. Are they all good? No. Are they all bad? No. Is it inhumane? Is it inhumane to let them in? Yes. Is it inhumane to keep them out? Yes. What's the solution? The thing that's going to best protect our people, his country.
And you gotta look right now with the situation. You have a country that's struggling, and you have a country that's thriving.
Right.
On two sides of this line.
Right.
The country that's struggling, if the infrastructure was greater and better, they didn't have such opposing oppositions, in this case, maybe 15 to 20 different cartel organizations that's infiltrated to your government, that sort of makes things hard to, put everything on the 50-50 line and make it go up and up. Mm-hmm. But you have to look, any country is just like America in its born state. This country was built off immigrants. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so when you look at that, you look at the plethora of the beauty of the melting pot that in this picture and how it grows and develops. In Mexico, you have a whole bunch of immigrants in that country that can actually help that country thrive if the infrastructure was right without opposing oppositions.
And then at,
at
the same time, though, talking about the birth of the nation. So if you love your country so much, the only thing that's keeping you there is your government and the opportunities. Say, I would love to stay here, but there's just nothing for me. I got to get out. Fight for your country.
You do.
Right? I'm not saying fight in the military. You need to go and have a revolution.
Right.
That's what we did.
Greece.
Right? That's what we did. We didn't like the way the British were treating us. We're like, you guys are a bunch of assholes. You need to get the hell out.
Yep. 4th
of July, we fought them.
4th of July.
Yep. And we fought them till after that still.
Yeah.
We fought them a whole year after that to get them out.
Yep.
And then on top of that, then we had the War of 1812.
Yep.
Right? Which was the British trying to take us back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the national anthem was created and all that stuff. But you fight for everything. Black people, they didn't like the fact that they were slaves. What the hell did they do? Fought to change it.
Straight up.
They didn't leave the country.
Straight up.
A lot of them love this country. I believe a lot of them still do.
Right.
Right.
Talking about we going back to Africa. Really, how the fuck do we get back there?
Right.
We don't even know how to navigate the boat through the night.
And it's the stars.
Right.
But
those stars. Which one? Wait. Oh, you want to show me that right quick?
The North Star's that way.
Right.
That.
Right.
That way.
And then how do we read the what was it? That machine that they called to read the stars at the night?
Compass?
No, was that that was whenever you look through that little camera. Okay, we'll go that way. I don't know. But as you see, I still don't know. That was not something that was tossed down, neither was laws and learning how to read and everything of such.
So with all that still speaking, so if we don't like the way the country's going now, you fight for it.
You do. Right?
And I'm not calling for a revolution or anarchy on our government. But if that's your solution, you start it.
I'm telling you, the revolution is going to come within.
Yeah,
the revolution is not going to come within outside.
No.
The revolution is going to start within
but our own
government.
But
I'm telling you, watch.
Be ready for a fight because it's going to be a fight.
Yep.
And
yep.
Again, I'm not calling for that because
I believe we still have another change to come.
Yeah.
We still have, I believe there's going to be the introduction of a new party.
There should be.
There's going to be a new party.
There should be a new party.
Progressive party or something because we'll talk more on this, but the Republican Party is the first party that's going to be changing its face. And just a little tidbit to spew on is like, okay, you have old blood and you have new blood.
Yep.
Old blood teaches new blood what to eat, how to live, how to talk. New blood is not believing the shit that old blood is starting to feed them because new blood's eyes is open due to new blood's experiences, new blood's interaction with other people.
But now I want to warn you on the Democrat Party too, because all the old blood that's in there are trying to talk the language in the new blood to make them seem like that they are the new blood. I say give you Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders, all those guys. The reason they're old blood because they keep doing the things that they're doing the way they're doing it. They're not gonna change who they are.
Trigonology. I'm trying to, and y'all thinking like, what the fuck they talking about? I'm tell you something. Democratic Party's not gonna be the Democratic Party is what y'all think.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to have a talk about this, and it's funny of we have opposition. We may have, but then when we really talk about it, are we really on opposing sides?
Yeah. That's
the whole question.
Yeah. Well, I would like to have a conversation about that young gal in New York that got hired, that got elected. as a representative congresswoman in New York, and she's dumb as a stump, as it's portrayed. But she got elected.
Just like Trump's daughter running the G20 convention.
Yeah.
Broad don't even have no fucking type of international experience at all.
But
that's something for the Secretary of State,
I give props to that little girl in New York. Whether she knows what she's doing or not, she saw the need for a change, and she stepped up and says, "I may not know what's going on, but I'm gonna."
The little girl.
That little girl.
That little girl, like 16.
No, she's like 29, 28, 29.
Oh no, because there's a little that's doing some shit too.
Is there? Man, she can't get elected though. She has to be a certain age. But
what the fuck? Did I just say 16?
Yeah.
I just realized I just said 16.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like 28, 29 years old.
I'm ugly, y'all. Don't even listen to what I just said.
She was a bartender in New York, and she didn't like the way things were going in.